Welcome to Star Chat, the podcast that explores the wonders of the universe and brings you the latest news from the world of astronomy. I'm your host, Carl, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this journey through the cosmos. Today, we're starting with some exciting news from NASA. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration has just announced the 2025 class of NASA Hubble Fellows, a prestigious group of talented astronomers who will be pursuing innovative research in the fields of astrophysics and exoplanetary science. As we gaze up at the stars, we're reminded of the vast mysteries that lie beyond our planet. The universe is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered, and it's thanks to programs like the NASA Hubble Fellowship that we're able to push the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. This fellowship program, administered by the Space Telescope Science Institute, provides an opportunity for early career scientists to conduct cutting-edge research using some of the world's most advanced telescopes and facilities. The 2025 class of NASA Hubble Fellows is a diverse group of 24 talented individuals from around the world, each with their own unique area of expertise. They'll be working on projects that range from studying the formation of galaxies in the early universe to exploring the properties of exoplanet atmospheres. We're talking about the next generation of leaders in astronomy, folks who will help shape our understanding of the cosmos and inspire future generations to reach for the stars. As we explore the universe, we're not just expanding our knowledge, we're also expanding our imagination. The possibilities are endless, and it's programs like the NASA Hubble Fellowship that remind us of the power of human curiosity and ingenuity. So let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible work being done by these talented scientists and engineers. We'll be right back with more fascinating space news on Star Chat. Welcome back to Star Chat, folks. I'm your host, Carl, and we're excited to dive into our next story, which takes us on a journey to the inner workings of our solar system. You know, the early days of our cosmic neighborhood were a chaotic time, with planets forming and colliding in a grand dance. And today, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating tales of planetary formation, the story of Mercury. As we gaze up at the night sky, Mercury is often overlooked, a tiny, rocky world that's closest to the sun. But don't let its size fool you. Mercury has a secret. Its core is massive, making up nearly 85% of the planet's radius. That's much larger than any other rocky planet in our solar system. So, what could have caused this unusual structure? Scientists have long hypothesized that a collision with a larger body might have stripped away Mercury's outer layers, leaving behind its iron-rich core. But recent simulations suggest that collisions between similarly sized bodies were far more common in the early solar system than we thought. In fact, they might have accounted for about a third of all impacts. And this is where our story gets really interesting. A team of researchers, led by Patrick Franco at the National Observatory in Brazil, decided to test this theory using advanced computer simulations. They created a proto-Mercury with a mass just over 10% of Earth's and a 30% iron makeup. Whoa. Then, they experimented with variously sized secondary bodies, varying amounts of iron, and different impact velocities. The goal was to find a scenario that could produce a planet matching Mercury's mass and core composition. And what did they discover? A grazing collision between two similarly sized rocky bodies could indeed form a planet like Mercury. The simulations showed that such an event would leave behind a planet with a massive iron core, just like the one we see today. It's a compelling theory, and one that sheds new light on the formation of our innermost planet. As we continue to explore the mysteries of our solar system, stories like this remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty of the cosmos. The early days of our universe were marked by violence and chaos, but from those collisions and catastrophes, our planets were born. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Star Chat. Welcome back to Star Chat, dear listeners. As we wrap up today's journey through the cosmos, I'd like to take you on a thrilling adventure to the Red Planet and beyond. We've got two exciting updates for you, straight from the world of space exploration. First off, let's talk about the European Space Agency's ExoMars mission. This ambitious project has been in the works for over 20 years, with its fair share of delays and setbacks. But, as they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. The ESA has announced that Airbus will design and build the landing platform for the ExoMars mission, which includes the Rosalind Franklin rover. This is a huge international challenge, but with the expertise of Airbus and the determination of the ESA team, we might just see this mission finally take off in 2028. As we look to the future of space travel, it's fascinating to think about the role that international partnerships will play. Will NASA continue to support the ExoMars program, or will they focus on their own Mars exploration plans with SpaceX? The uncertainty is palpable, but one thing is certain: the quest for knowledge and discovery will drive us forward. And speaking of driving forces, let's shift our attention to NASA's Artemis II mission. This crewed test flight is a crucial step towards establishing a sustainable presence on the lunar surface and eventually sending humans to Mars. The recent integration of the core stage with the stacked solid rocket boosters at Kennedy Space Center marks a major milestone in the program. Imagine being part of a team that's working tirelessly to push the boundaries of space exploration. The Artemis II mission is not just about sending astronauts to the moon. It's about expanding our understanding of the universe and inspiring future generations to reach for the stars. As we conclude today's Star Chat, I want to leave you with a sense of wonder and awe. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and the work being done by space agencies around the world is truly remarkable. Whether it's the ExoMars mission or Artemis II, each step forward brings us closer to a deeper understanding of our place in the cosmos. That's all for today's Star Chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember to keep looking up at the stars. That's all for today's Star Chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember to keep looking up at the stars.